Alex Hormozi is an entrepreneur, investor, and best known for taking struggling gyms to multi-million pound businesses. He recently launched his new book, $100 Million Models, and if you're in the entrepreneurship or marketing space, then chances are you saw this live event. He literally made hundreds of millions in the space of a couple days, all through the way that he launched his new book. The goal of $100 Million Money Models wasn't just to sell a book, it was to drive massive registrations for his live event, create a viral buzz around his book, monetize the launch with upgrades and upsells. It wasn't just selling a $29 book, there were numerous upsells to drastically increase the LTV of every single order, and ultimately pull more entrepreneurs into his long-term ecosystem through schoolandacquisition.com, and then allow him to then potentially invest in their business and keep growing his other businesses that he's a part of. Everything started with an announcement on the 2nd of July 2025, where he made an announcement that he's launching his next book. He already has a huge audience and is incredibly well known, so got a huge amount of engagement off the back of this. He has numerous different traffic sources, but just to name a few, all of his organic content was directed towards his book launch since then until his launch in August. He had paid ads running with the goal of getting huge amounts of registrations for the live event. As a result, he captured data and then remarketed to them through his email list and different communication channels. Then he also had a referral program where registrants were incentivized to invite friends by getting more prizes. Instead of just asking them to do something, he incentivized them to do it as well. He then had a whole series running up to the event, pushing this across his YouTube channel, which has 3.62 million subscribers, and drastically grew during this promotion period. He was then running ads to get people into the live event where he knew he would be able to sell them, and he knew that he was probably going to be able to upsell them into his other offers and upgrades. All of his different channels were essentially selling people into opting in for free to his live event. This drove people through to a simple opt-in page, which has a clear headline showing that it's going to be live with the date, and then a really simple video essentially selling the value of the live event and what's included in the book. There's a clear call to action that stands out so you know where it is, when it is, and how to opt in, along with a countdown timer to create even more urgency. So chances are his opt-ins drastically increased as the event got closer because people saw more urgency. He has an immense amount of social proof from all of the other books that he's run and all of the other businesses that he's worked with, so he can stack this to then drive even more value to get people to opt in. You'll notice that this is a really simple opt-in page, most likely the same on mobile too. It's not a drastically long funnel where people get lost. It's clear, it's to the point, and people know what to expect. When you click opt-in, you'll notice that you're then taken to this pop-up where you can add your first, last name, email, phone number, and if you own a business. As well, you can then toggle on that you want VIP tickets too, so that then they can upsell you accordingly off the back of that. You'll notice on the pop-up it includes a 1-question quiz, which is a simple segmentation that they'll then have in the background to automatically categorize these leads inside his email marketing software. There's then also a micro commitment where you can toggle on that you want a VIP ticket. This then primes his email list for who to upsell. But you'll notice as well that this obviously isn't a required field, so it means that people don't have to toggle this on, so it's not going to be a barrier to really getting opt-ins. You'll notice that after opting in, you then get taken to one of two confirmation pages. One where your registration is successful, and then you have the links, you can easily add this to your calendar. And then if you selected VIP upsell, chances are you're then taken to this confirmation page where you have the ability to upgrade to VIP. This then takes you through to an immediate purchase page, so you can then literally purchase before the event even happens. So before the event happens, he's already making sales. If you purchase or if you just register, you then get taken to another confirmation page where you can then add free prizes. So these free prizes then push the referral program, because you can then get more one-on-one support, a private dinner, just by referring your friends to then also come along and potentially purchase books too. You then get pushed through to an affiliate program, so he can then get all of his leads, referring him more leads, so he then doesn't have to spend loads on marketing. If he knows that it costs him a specific amount to get a customer, he was then willing to give this as a referral to a lead in return for them bringing a new customer. You'll then see that he creates even more urgency about the referral program, then lists out what the top 10 affiliate gets, the top 50, and then anyone else who invites a certain number of people, essentially selling the affiliate program. You can then opt in to become an affiliate, and once you do that, you'll then notice that you then essentially get sold on a sequence to then start bringing more affiliates across. Ultimately meaning that you're then going to sell his product for him. Then he also is clever and has a leaderboard, so it shows the people who are working the best as affiliates, so then it gamifies the process, and people also then want to be at the top of that themselves. You'll notice after opting in, there's a confirmation email with the next steps, and there's constant communication the whole time. No matter when you're opting in, 1 day before, 1 month before, you're constantly getting drip-fed content to keep you warm, to ultimately sell you before the event, and to make sure that you show up, because he knows if you show up, that's when you're most likely to upsell and upgrade into his other products. You'll notice that email content is constantly drip fed along with organic content as well. Everything is driving to this one offer. You'll then notice on the day of the event, he has a whole funnel and ecosystem that he uses. You'll then see that when he opens up the live event, he then hooks everyone in and says, everyone live today will get something free, but I won't reveal what. This then causes the majority of people to want to stay until the end to then get even more free bonuses. As he's selling business to business, people are intrigued and they want to learn more because they want to make more money in their business. He then hooks everyone in even more by pulling out the problem that the majority of business owners face, and that his book solves, which is 82% of businesses fail from cash flow. It has curiosity, pain, promise of a solution, and keeps viewers engaged. He then uses this formula when running the webinar. He has one big idea: money models creates cash flow. It's backed by so much proof that Gym Launch, Prestige Labs, School, and the book launch itself essentially creates. All of his previous businesses follow this format, and it just validates everything that he's talking about. He then constantly reframes everything to you. This works in your business too, so people then see it as applicable for themselves. He's not then just talking about principle, he's talking about practical things that will actually help. He then actually ends up going live for 2 more days. He doesn't just leave it at 1 live, he then goes live 2 more times and has hotlines open on both days, 9.5 hours non-stop of him live and having hotlines where people can ring for additional support. On these hotlines, entrepreneurs are calling in with real problems, and Hormozi is solving them in real time live. No script, no flush, no polish, just raw strategy and lightning fast math. Alongside this, he then also has a support line if people are facing struggles when purchasing books. The support line essentially is there for his team to help them as well. As an additional resource, he then gives loads of bonuses for free. School for free, which is clever because after those 90 days, they'll roll onto a subscription, which then creates even more revenue for School, a business that he's a part of. He gives them audiobooks for free and bonus additional resources all for free. This then hooks people in even more into his ecosystem, but also causes them to want to stay on the live event for even longer because he's giving out even more value. He was clever with his upsells and used the donate, don't buy angle, which meant even more sales for him. What I mean by this is he then constantly said you can donate your books and then get all of this stuff extra, essentially meaning that you can upsell and your new order counteracts the amount that you've paid already, and then you can get even more value. Very clever because he takes one order from $29, potentially up to $6K, and then he had even more upsells as well. You'll then see that this offer stack is for advanced business owners, 420K worth of playbooks, 135K worth of workshops, £5,998 worth of packages. The price is reframed to $25 a month, which is 2 books a week or a burrito a day. He essentially puts it into practical terms so people can really realize the amount of money that they're actually spending isn't much at all for the result that they could potentially get. You'll see here that on all of the order pages, he then also has this support number which people can ring if they're having problems with purchasing. It scoops up even more people, and if they want to speak to someone live before they order, then they absolutely can as well. Alex Hormozi literally used every single principle in all of the books that he's created into this live event and capitalized on it ridiculously. He focused on driving a huge amount of traffic through the systems and let his live talking do the selling. We're in a space where trust is at an all-time low. People are skeptical of everything. So the fact that he was live meant people felt a huge amount of trust. He already has a huge audience already, and people just felt a huge amount of buy-in to all of his offers. He then upsold people, used systems to do the heavy lifting, and as a result, capitalized on it hugely.